Hi Tenno, how's it going? In today's recording, I'll be taking a look at a Volt build, well, three of them actually, that are designed for nuking and supporting your teammates and also keeping yourself alive. The first build is pretty much just gonna make everyone invincible, including yourself. So let's take a look at the three builds that we're gonna be using. We're gonna go through the builds, then we're gonna go through the simulacrum to show you how it works, a little bit of gameplay, and at the end, you'll be getting the fashion frame and the build for my main weapons. So, let's begin. We have two arcanes. One of them gives us 60% additional strength when we get over 250 kills. This puts us from 139 strength to 199. And on top of that, we'll be getting even more strength, which is an additional 90% ability strength on our fourth ability. Meaning that we're gonna have, we went from 1600 electrical damage to 2.7k just with this mod. And when we max this out, we'll be getting an additional 60 on top of everything. So we'll be getting over 250 strength when everything's maxed out, and that's pretty much huge damage. So this is the build that I've set up. You could change a thing or two, but this is the build that I found to be optimal. So how does this work? You cast Terrify. This works through walls, through anything, and enemies will lose all of their armor. Now you might see how we have 83% armor reduction instead of 100. That's why I threw on corrosive projection. So instead of me waiting for Molt Augmented to gather up enough strength, I just threw on corrosive projection, and that gives us over 100% armor reduction on enemies. So that's pretty cool. When you cast your first ability, you can cast your fourth, and that's gonna pretty much nuke every single enemy. If you're not going up against armored units, you can go for Corpus Infested build. This takes Mesa's crowd control, which is the best crowd control ability in the game. It's very underrated. It stuns all enemies, and the ones that shoot at you actually get damage dealt back at them. So, oh no, sorry, you get extra damage. So it gives an ally. Basically, everybody gets, even your allies, a damage boost, and you pretty much get an amazing crowd control ability alongside. So amazing ability. Basically, that's crowd control, and this is to nuke the Corpus and Infested. Now, moving on, we have the StyaVOLT. So this is the StyaVOLT build. The reason this build exists is because this also armor strips, and on top of that, it gives you back your health. It's not really as effective as, just relying on your fourth ability, but there's nothing wrong with using both of them. The thing is, this doesn't work through walls, and the range is 21 meters. So, and also it's not like 360 degrees. You have to choose the enemies that you want to hit. So let's begin with the first build. The reason why the statistics are the way they are is because we needed strength. We needed a lot of range. So don't use this. This is useless. Just throw on regular stretch. This is not worth it. So we need a lot of range. But this mod takes away strength. So we needed to throw on this. This takes away efficiency. So we need to throw on this. This takes out duration, and then we needed this. So that's why these things are the way they are. So you can mess around and make your own build, but I find this to be just fine. Primed flow for the ability to spam our abilities because we're gonna have lots of energy stored up. And capacitance, this is pretty much the augment that makes you immortal, including your teammates. Essentially, it just at 3% of your fourth ability's damage will be converted into shields, and that just makes you have over shields all the time. So that's pretty much on all three builds. It's present on all of them. So let's begin with the main build. We're gonna summon 20 Steel Path level 195 heavy gunners. The way I usually like to do this is I press 4, then 1, and you can see how the damage goes. Now, you're probably gonna be jumping around spamming this, so they're not gonna be, standing there, but you can see how far our shields got just from one button press. And when you're in Steel Path, it's pretty common to have a lot of enemies, so your shields are gonna be fine. The thing is, let's take a look here. So in the top right corner, if you look, Molt Augmented is now onto 20 enemies. When you get it to 250, it's a lot stronger and a lot faster in killing than what we just saw. So that's build number one. Basically, it's very simple. You get shields, your teammates get shields, crowd control, and on top of that, you kill the enemies. And the ones who are left over, they are terrified, so they're not going to be really dealing any damage. For the Archon Shards, I like throwing on a lot of casting speed and efficiency and energy orbs. The reason why I'm combining Arcane Energize with this is because Arcane Energize sometimes has a cooldown. Well, always has a cooldown, and this helps with that. So it really is as simple. So a lot of range, so that our fourth ability can not only hook everybody in the room, but also make them chain a lot more. So the enemy will have 19 meters of range to hook to other enemies, dealing more damage, basically like scaling damage. And the average room in Warframe is about 30 to 40 meters anyway, so you're good with this build or less. Usually it's like 20, 28 meters. It's not even that much. So this is pretty much the build. Harder to knock down, so that's why I have this. And yeah, I don't think there's anything more for me to explain. The way this works is since there aren't any armored enemies, we're gonna try this out. Unpause the enemies. Get that energy. Now we're just gonna do this. So we're gonna get our shields back for shield gating. You can see that sweet duration there. So obviously they're not dying, that's because they have armor. Now let's see for how long. You see how they are constantly stun locked? That's the whole idea. You're gonna crowd control the whole map. And on top of that, I got a slight damage boost. And you can take care of them with your weapons, but that's only if they're armored. If we were talking about something like Corpus, do these have armor? No, they don't. Like these enemies. Oh shit, these are Eximus. Yeah, that doesn't seem like a lot of fun. So, by the way, Eximus enemies can kill you really quickly, especially when there's a lot of them. And I'm still alive, so that's basically the magic of invincibility. Just fourth ability and you get your shields. Now, can we get something normal? Regular crewmen. There they are. So now they're being stun locked. Let's get our shields back. You can see how easy it is. You really don't need any damage boosters. So basically, crowd control and then nuke. Lastly, this is a build which is, I don't know, it's fun, but it's not something I would use. So the problem with this build is you need to rank up your Molt Augmented completely, because if you don't, here, let me pause the AI. If you don't, you see how it doesn't, it almost armor strips him. So you need to press it twice, basically. And now we can see how nicely they're chaining. At least the good part about this ability is the fact that it's permanent. However, I don't think it's better than the first one. You definitely can use it, and the only benefit is you get health healing. So it restores health. And also, yes, when this is fully ranked up, they lose all armor, basically. So those are the three builds. Now, I'm going to be focusing on this one. And let's go into Steel Path Conjunction, where there's a lot of enemies, and see how we can do. Here we are. Trying to... There we go. Shields are instantly there. There we go, some energy. There they all go. Oh yeah, I'm not using a companion. I completely forgot about that. Forgot to throw on a companion. Well, that's really fun. Got a problem where for some reason there's a faulty memory stick somewhere. And now I don't know which RAM stick is causing crashes and problems. It's gonna be well. The worst part is one of the 4 slots on the motherboard has completely been fucked. So now, if I try and keep testing which RAM stick is faulty, I might actually lose more, you know, more slots. Why does gaming have to be so expensive? Right, how about I skip this into a bit more late game? Let's try, actually, while I'm in here. Oh yeah, casting speed has increased, so... Gotta stay, watch this. Oh, they removed it, you can't make him go fast anymore. Because before, wait, where did he go? Oh. Yeah, you don't have to use your weapons, but you can. Right, so let me start like 30 minutes into the mission to show you how it looks like when I'm a little bit deeper. Before that, let's take a look how I deal with, you know, the scouts, the Thrax soldiers, and all that. You can see we pretty much have a invincibility there. It's impossible to die here. So yeah, you're pretty much unkillable. Oh, there they come. There we go. Right, so let's go into half an hour in. Oh, and another thing, if you're wondering how, if you can kill sentients and Thrax soldiers and stalkers with your 4th ability, you can kill sentients easily. So yeah, that's a really cool thing. Not even they can, you know, deal with you. And the reason for that is the following. See, sentients can adapt to elementals, basically, and different types of damage. The thing is, the way Volt works is, yes, I've thought of that green Archon Shard ability as well, where you get, like, more ability damage when you deal electrical damage. The thing is... Where are you? Okay. The thing is... Volt deals true damage, and if any of you don't know what that means, it's damage that doesn't have any statistics, any properties, it's just raw damage. Meaning that Volt doesn't actually deal electrical damage, and that's why Sentients can't really adapt to it, because true damage isn't affected by anything. It's not affected by critical chance, by status chance, it's not affected by anything. It can be if... I mean, in Volt's case right now, he can affect true damage with the mod. So basically, since he chains enemies, that's how it scales. And it's very rare for true damage to be, you know, affected by anything. So that's why you can kill sentients and, yes, Thrax soldiers, or those like void angels, whatever you want to call them. They are also susceptible to Necros' first ability. Well, my first ability, it's not Necros' first. So, yeah, you can armor strip a lot of enemies. Now, that's all I wanted to say. Now we're gonna go into like 30 minutes, so that you can see on whether or not this build is worth it. So, just to show you, yes, you can kill sentient scouts. I mean scouts, the sentient. Here they come. Oh, there they are. Now we armor strip, and you can see how they don't adapt to my damage. Oh, we need more enemies around us, that's fair enough. They can't adapt to that damage because it's not electrical damage. Or maybe they can, I don't know. Energy, hello? Oh, we're full. Last time I tried to kill them, but alright, I guess I'm a liar. We are now reaching the 7-minute mark. Now, before we get into that, let's look at the stats, if I can. Oh, there it is, statistics. So, we've died 0 times. We've got... So basically, I haven't died at all. Now, the thing is, I haven't recorded this, but it was really cool. I've clutched up 2 times. The second time I was on 1 life support, and I clutched up. I was like, please, the life support. It would have been so embarrassing if I couldn't make it to 30 minutes. So yes, this build can go for hours on end, and it won't even sweat it. You just need to be careful with your life support. I do like to get cocky and forget the life support exists. And yeah, sure, it's fun to clutch up, but you can definitely like mess up badly. So now I'm pretty much gonna be dealing with sentients, the stalker, and the Thrax soldiers all at once. So I'm gonna activate a life support module here and see how this goes. So let me get some shields. Oh, we gotta kill this guy. Oh boy, don't tell me I'm gonna die now. Yep. Just as I was saying I didn't die. And the stalker goes away. Yep, I'm a failure of a fucking Warframe player. No, Alexa, how could you? You let us down. Don't worry, you can definitely... Well, if I can get some fucking... Thank you. This would have been a lot easier if I brought like a sentinel or something, like a companion. But no, Alexa can have a brain, which is really cool. Life support. Nuke. Armor strip. I'm very salty right now. That little... What kind of a bitch? No, seriously, what kind of a bitch do you have to be to swoop in, down me? He wasn't even the one that downed me. It was a group of enemies, right? And then he goes away. Like, bro, I got lives, several of them. You a bitch, and you ran away. Mm-hmm. So annoying. But yes, you can get past 30 minutes very easily, and if you pay more attention and you're more careful than me, and you bring a fucking companion, you just might, you know, not die at all. Am I gonna go out of life support now? I don't know. Wait, there was this huge update for quality of life and stuff. So, I wonder if Volt now deals electrical damage. If so, I would see it, wouldn't I? Oh shit. No, he doesn't. Because if he did, that really would be overpowered. You could do so many things with that. Right, so that's the first build. Now, we're gonna skedaddle. Because we don't need to stay here anymore. Oh, let me just kill these guys. Oh no. Our life support is gone. There we go. Stupid little bitches. Even my bombs can kill them. Like, look at that shit. That's not fair at all. Right, well, we did make it past the 30-minute mark, and you could go way further with a little bit more skill. So let's move on to the second build, which is the Corpus one. We're gonna go on to maybe like a defense mission. I'll see. I'll try and find some. So I think one of the best places to show you the crowd control build, which is for Infestation and Corpus, is a survival in what the fuck do you call it? Fisher mission. So let's take that. I'll also be going half an hour in here just to show you that this build is viable. I would be going for hours, but you know, I'm already struggling making this video. So that's it. Let's begin this. So I'm gonna start off by showing you how this build functions. You know, Noru. Alright, let's get some energy. Wait, fuck it. And I forgot to bring it. Oh god damn it, companion. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Who cares? You can see how nice that is, and they chain so far. 47 meters of range is no joke, lads. Let's nuke again. The only thing that's keeping them alive right now is the little void thingies. Gotta get that life support. Right now they're not really doing a lot of damage because they don't really get the chance to. So I don't really need to use my first ability, but why not? Right, I'm gonna skip to a more interesting part because I don't want this recording to be like 40 minutes or whatever. Okay, something interesting happened right when I stopped. Ability range and ability strength has been increased. Boom. That's awesome. We got about 70 seconds left of that. I don't think the enemies have time to spawn, so let me wait a little bit. Hello? Oh, if this ability works through walls, that's kinda bad, because they can't even approach me, they're gonna be stunned. Look at all that damage. How many kills do we have? 336. No. Ouch. I hope the ability doesn't work through walls like mesas, the crowd control. Because I'm pretty much gonna be making everyone stuck. Right, let me skip to 30 minutes. My game crashed. Yeah, cool. Alright, so let me do that again. Right, Tano, I really don't mean to be rude, but I don't think I'm gonna be recording that up until 30 minutes. Not because I'm lazy, it's just I'm not dealing with all the crashes. I need to start tinkering with my computer, which is just great. And if I have to buy new stuff, that's even better because I don't want to spend my money on shit that I don't need. Anyways, I promised that I would share my fashion frame and build with you. I'm guessing that most of you already determined whether or not this is a useful build. As for the crowd control build, it's kind of useless unless you're going through a defense mission. So this isn't really useful in any other mission. If you're gonna go into a survival mission, I recommend throwing on something else. I don't know, whatever you wish for it to be. This is only really useful in defense missions, and yeah, I was mostly just spamming this and everyone was just dying. So yeah, there's plenty of crowd control in this. You know, stalkers are really easy to kill because they can't really manage to deal damage on you because when they get your shields down, you have invincibility, and in that time you pretty much fill up on shields again, and it just goes over and over again. And that's how that works. Steno, if you stayed this long, I'd like to reward you with what I promised. And I'll also share something personal as well, so stay tuned for that. When it comes to the whole skin, I'm using a Tenogen skin. It is the Amp skin. Basically, it's very simple. I've only added like a deep blue or purple color, if I'm not mistaken. Just add some nice fine detail and some color. You can copy these colors right here. I'm not sure even... Yeah, some of them are even in classic, so it's not like it's a complex, you know, setup for a skin. When it comes to attachments, I'm using these Nightwave, attachments, I guess. You might want to hurry up and get them because in 15 days from now, Nightwave is going to be refreshing. So these are the leggings and everything. I'm basically, I've given them, where is it? Basically, I've given them like a deep blue and white color, and you can see that as well on my ephemera. Those colors really do run well. See, here we have purple. This is the emissive. So we have a nice little, you know, set Caesar's, a fucking Signa. It looks really nice. So we have a pretty much, oh, that's great. It's a legacy color. We probably have like a pretty much just a white color, completely white, two pitch blacks, and then we have a bronze. The reason why we chose bronze is because it looks really nice. Also, there's going to be a fashion frame video in the future, which is really simple and can help you make your frames look a lot better by showing you some techniques. So I don't know how to put it, but basically, I'll be showing you how to mishmash colors and really simplify for it to just feel simple and not overwhelming. So for the ephemera, we're using a premium ephemera. If you don't want to use that one, you can always use this one, which is beautiful. And it costs like 50, 60 platinum, I'm not sure. Also, this is a nice ephemera. You need to farm it from the Systems of Parvos, but if you really want dragons around you, you can get this one, and I think it's from that Chroma pack. I think you can buy it separately as well. As for the Signa, I'm using this from the Gargoyles event, which is no longer here. Not sure when it's coming back. Could also throw on this, it looks equally as gorgeous. Now we're going on to Cyandanas. This is also from the Nightwave. As you can see, blue and white goes wonderfully on this. Just like on the Ephemera there. We do have prime parts toggled on so that we can have a bit more, you know, swag there. The helmet is also from the same pack. It's not really different, although this, well, damn, that looks good. I don't know, I'll see. As for the weapons, here we have our dual toxicists. This is a very strong secondary. We have basically like a corrosive build here. We have fire rate and multi-shot. We have on headshot critical damage, and on a headshot kill we get even more crit damage. Crit chance. Multi-shot, damage and critical chance, a negative 30% damage to Grenier. Critical chance, critical damage. There's a lot of critical stuff going around. And I guess the only thing that's lacking is this. I guess I could throw it on, but really unnecessary. We're using, you know, Dead Header. So that's the build for this. Basically what it does is headshots grant 150% additional fire rate and 100% ammo efficiency and 100% toxin damage. So basically the ammo efficiency only works when you're not in the incarnate mode. So basically if you get a headshot, you get infinite ammo and you can just spam to get those headshots nice and good. And that's for the primary. Secondary. As for my melee, I've been using this thing forever. It's a Prismascanna, this one. Iron Phoenix for the stance. We have conditions perfection. Just for my status chance to be super high on every Tenakai, so that I can strike my melee influence and kill a horde of enemies with a single strike. It works like a charm. We have Viral going on, and our Riven mod has the electrical procs we need to trigger melee influence, and we have crit chance, crit damage, electricity, negative 50% damage, 40%, 31% damage to Grenier. Negative 31% damage to Grenier, nothing crazy. We have reach, melee damage, critical chance, weeping wounds for status chance per combo multiplier. The higher the combo, the higher the status chance, the higher the chance I'll proc this. We have critical damage and heavy attack windup speed helping this out. And viral, as I said. So those are the two weapons. Now, Tenno. Although this is a great build and it really does make you and your teammates invincible, allows you to use all your weapons and your warframe, even though that's really cool, this is not how I play Volt. I've been a Volt main since I've been playing the game. That's like over 7, almost 8 years now. This is my main Volt. He's quite a bit different, and I don't use his fourth ability. Since I play only solo, it's a very specific build. I've pretty much played Volt in every single way possible in all this time through all the updates and all this stuff, so I've settled with this. I think I'm gonna be throwing on a different ability here, because this one is really boring. They just nerfed the Mirage's one, so yeah. A very different way of playing Volt, and yeah. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments section. I'd love to have you as a returning viewer, so please do subscribe. Also, if you want to get some personal help, go ahead and join my Discord server. There's some pretty cool people there, and you can contact me there as well. I think that's about it. If you have any questions, just make sure to ask them. Don't be shy. Right, so that's it, Tenno. I'm thankful that you've tuned in today, and I'll see you in the next one.